said you know about it. Eh?
I hear about Oki. I know that since the way I hear go to my face, you see nothing like that.
Okay, go.
Hello, welcome back. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. You are all welcome, and I wish you a very wonderful time. And remember to like, comment, and share, and subscribe. And we are going to talk about a very important thing. You heard from the beginning of the video, the deputy governor of Anambra State talking to one of the controversial Wadibia in by Anambra State about his what they call Okite. That's a very demonic practices that have influenced negatively on the youths in the state and many other places that tend to tell them that that it's easy to make money very quick without working. So now, as the government of Anambra State, led by Gov.Soludo, is fighting this, but the bigger danger is at hand in the state, because an idle mind is a devil's workshop. And this, since we've been talking about it in this channel, that this has to be dealt with. And up to now, nothing concrete has come out of it. And I'm going to read you what Nzuko Newe have just said about this issue I'm going to talk about. And I do believe that you will listen attentively before we, analyze it and iron out certain things with you. Stay tuned. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Stay tuned. Let me read it out for you. So I just read this from this what has been sent to me, and it says the present general of Nzukora Newi complains bitterly about the lack of power supply in many parts of Newi, Anambra State. In the last Nzukora Newi meeting that took place on 2nd of February 2025, Madoka Atuenyi, the current president general, the PG, lamented about the lack of power supply, which many parts of Newi are experiencing. He narrated about how it has been a nightmare living without power supply in many parts of Newi, Anambra State, especially Newichi, for almost 1 year or more. You had me right, 1 year or more. He said they have reached out to the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, EEDC, to know how to tackle the issue, yet they have not come up with a solution. According to the PG, the management of EEDC mentioned that there is a transformer that got spoiled and that it will cost around 200 million naira to replace. He now asks a question if it's Newi people that will now buy transformer for EEDC when the transformer is the property of EEDC. Everyone is seriously being affected by the lack of power supply, but the worst hit are the SMEs. How will small businesses be coping with burning fuel and diesel in these difficult times? What about hospitals that will now be passing the extra costs down to the patients, making medical services to be on the high side? Everybody is affected and is causing even more hardship to the people involved in already difficult Nigerian economy. We are calling on Enugu Electricity Distribution Company to look into this already prolonged issue as soon as possible and get it fixed. Newi is a commercial city where people use power to run different businesses on daily basis. We have a big mega problem on our hands. We have a mega problem on our hands in Anambra State and in the whole of Nigeria, because the government cannot be saying they are fighting insecurity, whereby what can help to create jobs is being undermined. We have talked in this channel about the government of Anambra State under the leadership of Professor Gov.Soludo to do the needful to sign the electric bill before the House of Assembly, to make sure that the House of Assembly hasten up and sign this. It's been almost a year and this bill has been with them. A lot of people have said it's because of the election. There are a lot of political consideration, because by signing that bill, it will open up the market for other players to come in, so that EEDC will start to be accountable to the people, will be able to provide the services people are paying for. So look at what is happening in Newe. A lot of these companies are closing down. A lot of these small businesses are being affected. I know a lot of communities in the state cannot even have electricity at the moment. Some are having 1 hour, 2 hours, because there are a lot of problem, because we are maintaining monopoly. And Professor, we have asked and we have begged, as part of our objective to make our homeland great and to make our homeland prosperous, for you as an economist knows the danger of allowing monopoly. Forget about the political considerations. Forget about that. The homeland must confess. These interests that are hijacking everything cannot be allowed to continue. One company cannot monopolize everything. Open up the whole space. It's just for the House of Assembly, like they did in the Homeland Security Law. They went immediately because one of them were affected. So is that means that those businesses, because it's not affecting those politicians, is that why they are holding on to this bill? How long will it take them? It's just a couple of hours to sign these things and get the companies coming up and taking this thing, because time is, a lot of people have been thrown into hardship because there's lack of job, there's no productivity. So how can a company, how can a state be productive if there is no regular power supply? And that's why things are getting too expensive. Look at the people in the hospitals suffering because there is no electric power to actually power those hospitals. So I know a hospital in the Newe that actually have to invest on their own power. They put in around 30 kVA solar system to run their electric power. Look at the huge amount of money they are committing to this. So, and they're going to transfer it to the people that are vulnerable in the society, people that are sick. So that's what we're asking. We are pleading again, Professor Charles Gov.Soludo. We know that you are doing great in some other areas, but in this area, you can see that this is a danger, because why the insecurity is because lack of productivity. The economy is not producing jobs. The fact is that the state economy and Nigerian economy is not producing jobs. Rather, on our pie, the remaining businesses are making it hard for them to be competitive and to employ more people. Our youth cannot be roaming about the street. They cannot continue roaming about. They need something to do. And that's something like that one youth to skill project by your government. Those beneficiaries, they need electricity to power their companies. If we cannot sign this in Anambra State, why should Anambra continue to be last in everything? Remember, Anambra State talked about bus terminal. Let me now remind our state government that we talked about bus terminal before even Enugu State talked about it. Now Enugu State has gone in and they're almost completing 4 mega bus terminals. But Anambra State is still trying to do the little one in Ekulobia. We have not even scratched the bottom. So we started talking about electric regulation that is going to be signed immediately, blah, blah, blah. Enugu, Ebonyi, and many of these states has gone in and signed it off. And now the Enugu state governor is actually looking for investors that will start all those mini solar, mini hydro power, this thing. And Anambra is still last. This has been our major problem, that we cannot move fast when we needed to move fast. Why should we continue to be on this low pace? We must look into this power, this thing. Anambra State would have been a great state in the whole country if we would have done this issue of power deregulation. Now it's on the states. We cannot say it's the federal anymore. I know that the federal are yet to leave the gas supply to those, to remove it from exclusive list. But we still have the opportunity, at least, to bring in, to regulate the local market. Look at Nnewi of all people. A company that they are paying cannot provide transformers. A lot of communities are paying over the odd to give transformer to this EEDC. At the end of the day, what are they paid? What are they punished with? Lack of power supply. So think about that. If you have up to 10, 20 other companies, every company will now try to do the right thing. They will not be waiting for their customers to be giving them power supply. Somebody was telling me what is happening in Aba, that the company Geometric that because they like in their own area now, they are making a monopoly, that the price has gone up. I said, now, yeah, they are coming, open up for other companies to compete with them, and the price will come down. Competition bring out the best. So this is the time for us to tackle this. This is another issue that is even worse than, that is actually breeding the insecurity. That's one of them, because lack of productivity is a danger to any society. And remember, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So how can we solve this? Is simply to do the rightful thing. Let us make hay while the sun shines. So there's no point of delaying. Like we talked about, one of the weakness of Soludo government is basically delaying in project conception. There's no hasting of doing the things that are actually will be much beneficial. We are talking about this. How about food security? Food security. So there are other things. But the power sector, I do believe by now, the government must have hit the ground running on that. You know, some people say, oh, he has signed some this. No, that one, it might be long term, but there are short term things to deal with this. First of all, get the company, EDC, to do the right thing. People cannot be held hostage in their own homes and their own businesses. A lot of people are losing their businesses. A lot of people are being driven out of the state because of lack of electricity. So let us come up with this. Remember, this is only a message, and this is only to draw the attention of the government. It is only to bring the attention of the government to what is happening on the ground. Because what we are talking about is that the value of government to engage the people that matters in the street. That's why the governor might find it hard to understand what is actually happening. A whole Nnewi, one part of Nnewi, 1 year already gone. I'm not talking about what is happening now. A lot of places in Anambra State are having severe crisis of electricity. So some are having 2 hours, some are having 3 hours, some are having 1, some are after 2 days they have electricity, maybe 2 hours. So let us deal with this thing now and move our state to be a livable and a prosperous homeland. Remember, our homeland must be the best and nothing more. And everybody must join hand, including the government, the governor. Join hand to build this place. This is the only place we have been given. Let us make it the best. Let us not encourage monopoly. Let us open up the economy. Why the American economy and all those Chinese and all those things are doing very well is because there are a lot of companies involved in providing goods and services. So I don't know if we have made much sense, but what is your own opinion to this? Do you think we should be in this thing, or even up to now, after 3 years of the government of Anambra State? Go to the comment section and drop whatever you think. And remember, your opinion is very, very valid. And this is how to push our homeland to move forward better than what we are seeing at the moment. Let us join hands to save lives, because that's what we are here for. Thank you very much. I'm still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. See you in the next one, and have a wonderful time wherever you are. God bless you. Bye.
Those who want to make money quick, the criminals who no longer value hard work, and then the Anambra youths, we have decided that the 0.01% criminals, occasionally they will sneak out of the bushes and cause one mayhem or the other. That 0.01% can never define the rest of the 99.99% of us. The large percentage of our youth, 99.99%, are hardworking. They are honest people. They want to take their destiny in their own hands. They want to have a future for themselves. They only need our push. But all of us must bond together and fight that 0.01%, because they are giving us a bad name. We are urging them, those of you in the bush who are carrying gun or whatever, again, come out from there and we will help to rehabilitate you. We've asked them for them to go and register in the Office of the Special Advisor Security, and then also the Office of the Commissioner for Youth. If you come out and surrender, we will devise special 1U2 skills for you, train you and empower you and reintegrate you into society.